Words and affirmations are the building blocks of creation, holding the power to shape your reality and transform your life. Being a bridge, words connect your inner intentions with the external reality you desire to create. They carry energy and meaning, transforming thoughts and emotions into actionable vibrations that shape your experiences. By deliberately choosing words that affirm your goals and aspirations, you shift your focus from fear to possibility, crafting a mental blueprint for success. And affirmations are seeds of intention, fostering self-belief, nurturing resilience, and helping you embody the energy of what you desire to attract. As you engage with them consistently, affirmations bridge the gap between where you are and where you aspire to be, amplifying your ability to co-create a life of fulfillment and purpose. Through the transformative practice of building with affirmations, you step fully into your power, reclaiming your role as the creator of your reality. Today's affirmation.
I honor my inner guidance, engaging in compromise and cooperation only when they align with my truth and integrity. I have come to understand that my inner guidance is not just a fleeting feeling or a passing thought. It is a deep, unwavering presence that has always been with me, offering clarity even when the world around me is uncertain. In the past, I often ignored this quiet voice, prioritizing external harmony over internal alignment. I would agree to things that didn't sit right with me, bend to expectations that felt misaligned, and tell myself that it was the price of being considerate. But with each compromise that required me to betray my own truth, I felt a quiet discomfort settle within me, an unease that lingered long after the moment had passed. I eventually realized that no amount of external agreement could replace the sense of wholeness that comes from honoring my own integrity. Now, I move through life with a different approach. I still value cooperation and seek understanding, but I no longer equate them with self-sacrifice. Before agreeing to anything, whether in relationships, work, or everyday decisions, I check in with myself, asking whether it aligns with my deeper truth. If it does, I embrace the opportunity to collaborate. If it doesn't, I give myself permission to stand firm. I have learned that saying no when something doesn't feel right is not an act of rejection, but an affirmation of self-respect. I trust that the right people, opportunities, and circumstances will align with my authenticity, and that real harmony is not about pleasing others at my own expense, but about creating connections that honor both my truth and theirs.
Poetic landscapes, inspiring stories, mindful insights, conscious creating. Whether you're seeking tips, tidbits, or techniques to elevate your life, become leading-edge creators or gain a deeper understanding of law of attraction, this space is dedicated to supporting your journey, where every thought is a seed and every feeling is a blossom, in the garden of endless possibilities. Stay tuned.
How would you know you're seeing clearly if you didn't see not clearly? How would you appreciate the clarity that you found if you hadn't lived in some sort of discord? How could you live other than living in alignment with Source? Source leads you to serendipitous moments.
Welcome to Infinite Consciousness, a daily inspirational podcast that's dedicated to helping you manifest your dreams faster through law of attraction. Thank you for joining us. We're thrilled to have you here.
Thoughts in bloom. Compromise, cooperation, and agreements. Compromise, a bridge so wide, where different paths walk side by side. Cooperation, hands entwined, a dance where wills in rhythm bind. Agreement, sweet, a gentle stream, that weaves through minds, a shared dream. Yet not at cost, nor price too steep, of losing what you're meant to keep. For deep within, a whisper true, a signal calls, a guiding view. Not made of noise, nor fear's demand, but steady as the shifting sand. No deal is worth the hollow trade, where your own voice is left to fade. No harmony, however bright, can dim your soul's inherent light. So stand within your truth so pure, and let your heart be strong, yet sure. Walk with others, hand in hand, but never leave your own command.
Prepare to be taken on a journey where anything is possible, and every turn brings you closer to a spark of curiosity, a twist of tale, or a choice that changes everything.
Could your quest for harmony be costing you your true self? That's the question that Eleanor confronts in this soul-searching story. Known to everyone around her as the ultimate peacemaker, Eleanor has spent a lifetime smoothing over conflicts and prioritizing the needs of others. But a candid conversation with her friend Marissa sparks a revelation. True connection might not require self-erasure. What happens when Eleanor begins to listen to her inner voice and sets boundaries she's always suppressed? Join us as we follow Eleanor's transformative journey toward authenticity and self-respect. Discover how her brave steps to assert her needs reshape her relationships, not only with her partner Jacob and her boss, but most importantly with herself. Witness how her interactions evolve into more honest and meaningful connections, laying the foundation for genuine cooperation. With Marissa's encouragement, Eleanor embraces the wholeness she never knew was missing. This story is a testament to the power of listening to one's inner voice and the courage it takes to redefine connection and belonging.
Eleanor had always been the peacemaker. From childhood, she was the one who smoothed over conflicts, diffused tense conversations, and nodded in agreement even when her heart told her otherwise. She had been praised for her ability to get along with everyone, a skill that earned her trust and admiration. But somewhere along the way, she had begun to equate cooperation with self-suppression, mistaking agreement for belonging. She first noticed it in small ways. The way she smiled politely when her boss asked her to take on extra work she didn't have time for. The way she agreed to weekend plans she didn't want just to avoid disappointing friends. The way she bit her tongue when her partner made decisions for them without asking her input. It was easy to convince herself that these were just small sacrifices, minor compromises that kept life running smoothly. But deep down, she felt the subtle erosion of self, a quiet voice inside her growing weaker each time she ignored it. The realization came on a chilly autumn evening, during a conversation with her friend Marissa over coffee. Marissa, ever observant, had leaned forward and asked, "Eleanor, do you ever feel like you're living someone else's life?" Eleanor blinked. "What do you mean?" Marissa stirred her tea thoughtfully. "I mean, you're always agreeable. You never push back, never say no, even when I know you don't want to do something. It's like you've convinced yourself that going along with things is the same as being happy." Eleanor opened her mouth to protest, but no words came. Instead, a lump formed in her throat. That night, she lay awake, replaying moments in her life where she had silenced her inner voice. Memories surfaced. Times when she had swallowed her truth for the sake of harmony. Times when she had nodded in agreement while her heart screamed otherwise. And she asked herself the question that had been waiting to be acknowledged. What if true connection doesn't require me to disappear? The next morning, she made a decision. One that felt small but, in reality, was monumental. She would listen to herself first before responding to others. The first test came at work when her manager asked her to stay late again. Normally, she would have agreed, pushing aside her exhaustion. But this time, she took a breath, felt the tightness in her chest, and said, "I can tonight. I need some time to recharge." Her manager looked surprised but nodded. "All right. Let's plan ahead next time." Eleanor exhaled. It was that simple. The second test came with her partner, Jacob. He had made dinner reservations without asking if she wanted to go out. In the past, she would have smiled and gone along with it, even if she craved a quiet evening at home. But now, she spoke up. "I appreciate the thought, but I'd rather stay in tonight. Can we cook together instead?" Jacob hesitated, then smiled. "Yeah, that actually sounds nice." Eleanor felt something shift inside her. something solidifying rather than shrinking. Over the following weeks, Eleanor practiced listening to herself, testing her ability to stand firm while remaining open to connection. She learned that compromise was still valuable, but only when it came from a place of mutual respect rather than self-erasure. She learned that cooperation didn't mean saying yes to everything. It meant being honest and finding solutions that honored everyone involved, including herself. There were challenges, of course. Not everyone responded well to her newfound boundaries. A few people questioned why she was suddenly different. But Eleanor realized something profound. The right people, the ones who truly valued her, didn't just accept her honesty, they welcomed it. Marissa noticed the change the most. One evening, as they worked through the park, she turned to Eleanor with a knowing smile. "You feel different," she said. Eleanor grinned. "I feel like myself." Marissa nodded. "That's what I was hoping you'd say." The wind rustled the golden leaves around them, and for the first time in a long time, Eleanor felt something she hadn't even realized she was missing: wholeness. She had spent years thinking that agreement was the path to harmony, that silence was the cost of connection. But now she knew the truth. Real connection didn't require her to disappear. It required her to be fully present, fully seen, fully heard. And she would never silence her inner signal again. Because your inner signal is the guiding force that keeps you aligned with your true self, purpose, and well-being. When you silence it for the sake of external harmony, you risk losing clarity, confidence, and the sense of fulfillment that comes from living authentically. Long-term self-suppression can lead to resentment, dissatisfaction, and an identity shaped more by external expectations than by your own truth. True cooperation and agreement should support growth and mutual understanding, not demand self-abandonment. Honoring your inner voice ensures that the connections and compromises you engage in are genuine, sustainable, and aligned with your deepest sense of purpose.
And now, your tip for today.
Compromise, cooperation, and agreements can be valuable, but never at the cost of silencing your own inner signal.
Love this tip of infinite consciousness? Desire more? Never miss an opportunity to deepen your understanding and alignment. It's a beacon for those seeking to illuminate their path and live a life resonating with deliberate leading-edge creators. Head over to your favorite podcast platform and subscribe. By tuning in, you can expect to find inspiration, support, and guidance on your journey to living a life that is authentically yours. Furthermore, it not only explores the poetic landscapes of growth and manifestation, but also provides tangible techniques to bloom your desires into reality. Embrace the wisdom and continue on the journey of crafting a crystal-clear life. You are appreciated. Thank you.